Suren, back with another car video. Very dark as usual, wintertime, sorry, my tree. So this video is going to be on a couple of things that a lot of you guys have been asking me about. I kind of feel like you guys are not going to like what I have to say in this video, but every now and then I have to do videos reminding you guys to hate me, so that's all good. The first thing that a lot of people have been asking me about is, of course, net neutrality. So yesterday, I believe, or was that today, this morning? I don't know. No, yesterday, I think yesterday. The FCC basically voted to roll back these net neutrality laws. I read something like 83 million Americans like called their congressmen and like signed petitions and were like very vocally against the rolling back of these laws, because for the most part the laws are in place to kind of, people are using the term like to keep the internet free and open, and just basically what they mean by that is ensuring like that there's not like absurd, ridiculous like data caps and having to like pay like wild amounts of money to like access certain websites and apps, and you know, just to utilize the internet like the way that we right now are like pretty much accustomed to using it. 3 Republicans are pretty much responsible for voting to roll back these laws against these like 2 Democrats that were like very like vocally like against it. People are just like really losing their minds over this. So the first thing I want to say is that like the internet is not gonna like disappear tomorrow. A lot of people feel like, oh my gosh, like, you know, net neutrality is over, like the internet is gonna be gone tomorrow. There's like this like real hysteria on Twitter, on Tumblr, just on like all the social media, like everywhere, and like just all over the internet. There's this just like hysteria of like, oh my god, like I go to online school, like how am I going to be able to graduate? Like, you're still going to be able to graduate. Like, number one, new laws have to be drafted and like approved and like voted on and like put in place, like rolled out. So like as it even stands, nothing is probably going to change for like the next 6 months. Like, and also like again, like it's still gonna go up against like more votes. This was almost kind of like, let's say like a preliminary type of like vote, and this is not even the first time. This is the first time that I have seen this like whole net neutrality thing become like such a huge thing, because I remember like last year, like almost in 2018, so like mid like 2016, like was like the second time that they tried to like roll back net neutrality, and I want to say like maybe like late 2015 they like tried to do it again. So this is like the second or third time that they've like tried to get rid of it. But I guess maybe like again, since like Trump, which I've talked about in other videos, since like Trump, I guess like people are more just like more aware and like more like understanding of what's going on than they like were before, which is a good thing. Like people are waking up or whatever, but I just don't get hysterical. Like there's really no need to get hysterical about it. Like the internet is not going to disappear tomorrow. And I also want to say that these net neutrality laws, they only went into place in 2015. So like it's not even like these are laws that have been around for like the last 10 years that have like governed the way we've been using the internet for like a really long time. Like they went in under like the Obama's second term, like the second term of the Obama administration. Like these laws have only been around for like since 2015. So if you were on the internet prior to 2015, you have also been, which like I got on YouTube in 2014, so those of you that have been watching me since 2014, like you've been around. If you've been on the internet prior to 2015, like you have experienced the internet outside of like the current like net neutrality laws that are in place. Now that's not to say that like under the current administration, like of course the corporations and the companies, Verizon especially, is being called out for like really aggressively pushing the repeal of these laws so they can really start, Comcast I believe also, so they can really start implementing data caps and making people pay more, you know, for data. So that's not to say that like under the Trump administration, like the corporations are gonna like push some motherfucking bullshit, because like they definitely are, but it's just like, breathe, like whoo, like woosah, like breathe through it, guys. We just have to kind of wait and see what happens, and continue to, if you were like blowing up your representatives and stuff, like you can continue to do that, because again, there still has to be like new laws like drafted up and rolled out before they can even like really get rid of what's in place right now. So I am not like hysterical about this. And I also just want to say that, like, as someone that has been on the internet, like an internet person or whatever, I've been on the internet like heavily since like 2006. So like 11, almost 12 years on the internet. I can also tell you that I kind of already feel like absolute complete net neutrality is like already not a thing. Like we have the illusion of like freedom, and we have like the illusion of like choice, but especially like, again, as like a heavy like internet person, especially within like maybe the last 3 to 5 years, there's definitely been like a huge change in like the search engines, like the search results. Like once Facebook and Google have just like, I would say Facebook and Google like already motherfucking run the internet, like already. Like I'm a huge like search person. Like I'm really into searching and like research methods, and like I read shit on the internet all day, and I'm the type of person that like I read one thing and then I like right click another link, I right click another link, I right click another link. I have like 121,000 tabs open. Like I'm just like constantly on the internet and like reading shit and like going through shit, and just like the nature of like the ads and like the advertisements and like these personalized algorithms, which you guys know that I fucking hate. I hate personalized algorithms, and like Facebook really made that shit like rampant of like, you know, let me like fucking mine your data, like fucking collect your cookies and like keep track of what you're looking at, so that I can try to like push the shit that like I think you want, or that the motherfucking robot, the algorithm, the AI, the artificial intelligence, that I want you to see, so that I can like push it to the top, so that I can like push it to the top of your search engine results, so that I can like one time I was trying to find an old picture of Kanye West and Amber Rose, random ass story. I was trying to find an old picture of Kanye West and Amber Rose where Amber had this like red dress on and Kanye had this like suit on. I typed in like Kanye West, Amber Rose, red dress, suit, and like into Google, right? And so like the first row of picture of like in Google Images, and so like the first row of results was like Kanye West and Amber Rose, just like I wanted. The second row was like all ads. It was like, do you want to buy a red dress? Like, do you want to buy a tuck? And then for like weeks after that, when I would like go on like sites that like ran Google ads, I was getting ads for like red dresses and suits. Like that right there is not net neutrality. Like that's not a neutral fucking net internet. Like that shit right there, you're fucking mining my data, you're watching what I'm doing, you're trying to push me to buy shit. Capitalism, motherfucking capitalism. Like that, like you're trying to like control what I look at, and again like control what's, and that's Facebook also, control what gets pushed to the top of the feed, control what people see, control what they think, control what they believe. That already, like net neutrality is already like, I kind of feel like a thing of the past in a lot of ways. And you already have, and like you have like the rapidly changing face of like journalism and like these streaming sites, Netflix and like CBS Access and like all this shit, where like they are putting everything behind these paywalls. Like the Wall Street Journal is like behind a paywall now, like the New York Times is like behind a paywall. Like I still have not been able to watch Star Trek Discovery because that shit is like behind a paywall, and it's like so, and they don't want to allow it on any streaming services because they want you to pay for the CBS streaming service. You know, that shit already exists. Now, of course, once these laws get rolled back, that's going to exacerbate the problem. But we're not just living in some free-for-all motherfucking free internet right now. Like, no, we're not. Like, that's not what's going on. So I'm just like finding it very hard to like work myself up into a frenzy about this, because it just seems like even a natural progression of like the way that things are like already going. But maybe I'm just like a pessimist. So that's what I think about that. And also paywalls and like CBS and shit. I'm gonna go ahead and like use that to like segue into the second thing that a lot of people have been asking me about, which is Disney coming to terms with this Fox deal. Now, we've talked about this several times now during Bees Bake. I believe I talked about it in my I Hate Everything video. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in my Justice League and my Wonder Woman. How Disney is like Evil Corp from Mr. Robot. Is that Mr. Robot? Yeah, Evil Corp is Mr. Robot. Disney is like motherfucking Evil Corp, okay? Like, they want to take over the world. Like, they are a fucking like prime example of like an evil corporate conglomerate. And I feel like that's been a joke for like years, right? That like Mickey, right? That like Mickey Mouse is like evil. Like Mickey's like evil. Because Disney is supposed to be like the face of like everything like family friendly, like family friendly, like oriented and like all that stuff. But like really the mouse is like evil, like an evil dictator wanting like global, you know, like world domination. And I said the same thing like with this, like, you know, like Marvel, everything has to be Marvel. And then they acquired Pixar and like and now, and then they've been saying they've been trying to like acquire Fox. And people now initially, and I just also want to say, I find it very funny to see how like people were so up in arms about net neutrality, but like these same exact people, and I actually wrote a Twitter draft of this, but I just like never sent it because I just like wasn't even trying to argue about this shit on Twitter, like on the internet. I was like, it's like so funny how I see people that are like fight for net neutrality, but like then these same people like a couple tweets later, oh, I like really hope this like Disney Fox deal goes through so that I can get like Fantastic Four or like X-Men like crossed over into the MCU. It's like, how can you be against net neutrality but be fine with like one corporation owning like all these entertainment properties? It all comes down to the same thing, which is the motherfucking control of the shit that you look at and the information. So like, y'all niggas are fucking like stupid. Like, y'all are so dumb. Like, y'all are so fucking dumb. I'm just watching, like, y'all don't even know like what you're saying or like what you're even talking about, or like what the big deal is. Like, you really don't even understand like what the big deal is about net neutrality. It's not like just net neutrality for the sake of net neutrality. Like, we're talking about corporations like Verizon, Comcast, shit like that, being able to like monopolize information by being able to monopolize industry, like the internet as an industry, and like put information behind paywalls and like just like monopolize shit. It's like damn near the same thing when we talk about how Disney is like snapping up all these properties, and like people were really not understanding the ramifications of Disney snapping up these properties, because all they know is we want Marvel to get fucking X-Men back, or we want, you know, like y'all are just so, give the motherfuckers bread. Oh, actually, I'm not turning here. Like, really give the motherfuckers bread and circuses. Like, whatever that fucking saying is. I know it's like something Pan Am, because I know that's where Suzanne Collins got the name of Pan Am for fucking Hunger Games. Which is really like, give niggas bread and circuses and they will be like, distract the fuck out of them. And like, and I hate distractions. You guys know I hate saying distractions, but like, entertain the fuck out of people and they will be totally fine with like world domination type shit. Like, all niggas know is that they want all their fucking favorite properties. I'm going to get some french fries and chicken nuggets, guys. So yeah, all they know, hold on, actually let me order this. They're not serving the McRib at the moment. I would do a Zoom, but I'm not even gonna do y'all like that. That's for Bees Bake only.
Hi.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Could I please get a large fry, a 4-piece nugget, and a small chocolate shake, please?
Large fry, 4-piece nugget, and what?
A small chocolate shake.
A small chocolate shake.
Yeah.
And what kind of sauce would you like to have with your Mexican?
Can I have barbecue sauce, please?
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
That will be a total of $7.52.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's like, as long as people are being entertained, they don't care. If they had found a way to make net neutrality entertaining, I don't know, if they had found a way to make, like, if the FCC had found a way to been like, we're rolling back these net neutrality deals, but they had like found a way to make that shit entertaining, if they had like made a movie about it or something, like, niggas would have been perfectly motherfucking fine. So, like, cause like Disney finally came to this deal with 21st Century Fox, that they're buying the whole thing. I think they valued it at like $54 billion with the B. And so people are, but now like the deal's final, like that's it. And it was announced that like there's probably going to be like 5,000 to 10,000 layoffs as like the two like companies are like merged together. Disney already owns ABC, right? So Disney owns ABC, Disney owns Pixar, Disney owns like Star Wars, like Lucasfilms, right? They own fucking Marvel. Now they also own 21st Century Fox. So people were also saying like there's already like rules, like laws in place that say that like one company can't own like two broadcast like networks. So they own Fox now and they own ABC. So people were saying that they're probably gonna have to like pick one, and they're saying it's probably most likely gonna be Fox, but they're gonna have to like pick one to dismantle, right? So now we have a fucking company, an entertainment company, a corporate conglomerate that owns two broadcast companies that can like decide to dismantle one of them or both of them, right, if they want. So that's like news is a crock of shit anyway, but just like for the sake, you know, just like the principle, for the sake of the conversation, now they can like literally choose to like dismantle like a way of that information is like disseminated to the public via ABC or Fox. Like I said, Fox ain't nothing but motherfucking entertainment anyway as it is, but like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we already have fucking corporations, and I've been saying this, like, y'all are in love with the idea of like Disney owning everything. Nobody's thinking about like the ramifications of like Disney buying up all these properties. All y'all could think about is, oh, I want my MCU, I want my Marvel Cinematic Universe to be huge and have like everything in it. Nobody's thinking about like the larger scope of like the ramifications of these like huge corporations and these like huge corporate conglomerates having like all this power over like entertainment and information, and the way that like information is like disseminated out to people, like out to the masses, and the control factor. And it's done now. So, and now all of a sudden I see all these like, I think maybe people didn't really believe that it was going to happen, because now I also see all these like motherfucking like panicky ass think pieces being written about like, oh, wait a minute, like maybe this fucking Disney Fox merger like wasn't such a great idea. Like, I want my fucking X-Men Disney project just as much as the next person, but hold on. Hi.
You have a large fries, 4-piece nuggets, and a small chocolate?
Yes.
So my card machine's down here. They're gonna charge your order at the next window.
Okay, cool, perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
This card machine is down because it's McDonald's and something always has to be motherfucking broken. Last time I came here, the ice cream machine was not working. I had like put a video of it on Snap. Oh, I think I might have put it on Instagram too. Like, ice cream machine at McDonald's is never working. That shit is a joke. But yeah, it's like, now all of a sudden I'm seeing all these like scared ass think pieces that people being like, oh, maybe like Disney taking over fucking 21st Century Fox like isn't such a good idea. And they also like have entered into this partnership with Sony, so now they have like Spider-Man, kind of like Spider-Man has been like crossed over into the MCU. But it's just like, it's like when niggas are being entertained, they don't give a fuck about nothing. Like, they don't give a fuck about nothing. They ain't worry about nothing until it's like too late type shit. So that's just how I feel about that. Like, I've been saying for a long time that this shit is not cool, and we're humans of late capitalism, for real. And I just really feel like the ball is all, and I think maybe this is also part of why like I could not buy into the hysteria about like net neutrality. I also kind of just feel like at this point, like, motherfucker, the ball is rolling. The ball is rolling. The ball is rolling on capitalism. It's rolling on late capitalism, which we are really in right now. We are humans of late capitalism. And I really do feel like I've been saying this all year, that we're just like headed to the precipice very, very fast. And nigga, we're gonna get there. Like, I don't think it can be stopped at this point. Like, again, with these corporations and like these corporate conglomerates and these monopolies, these entertainment industry, internet information monopolies, and putting everything behind these paywalls, like, it's already there. It's already happening. So, and just like I always say, like, at this point, just like I've been saying, at this point, it's kind of like get around the system or eject from the system. And y'all already know what I'm about. Like, fucking parachute, bitch. Like, eject, pull that cord. So that's what I feel about that. Yeah. Food for thought as always. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Car video. Peace.